So I'm here in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. I am inside my friend's teenage son's buggy. You can see it's a beautiful day outside today. We got another buggy that pulled up next to me a little while ago. You can kind of see how I'm sitting here. This is not a huge vehicle that I'm in right now. And let me just flip it around here. I just wanted to give you a quick look inside this buggy to give you an idea of some of the features you'll find inside an Amish buggy. What's it like inside? Well, this is a pretty simple setup from what my friend's son explained to me. You've got a number of kind of knobs here on the control panel. This one right here is your turn signal. So you can see the left turn right there, and then the right turn going right there, okay? This one right here is your interior light. So this light just went on back here behind me, above my head. If you flick it down, it also turns on a purple light underneath the dashboard, so in addition to the above light, so kind of cool. This one right here, this is like hazard lights, I believe, so you can kind of hear it clicking there in the background. And right here you've got your front lights. So there you see the light indicating that they're on. If you flick it down, then that turns on like a fog light. Okay, so right here we've got a kind of like a glove compartment. So he's got some gum in there, some extra air fresheners just in case he needs those. By the way, here's some hanging up right here. We've got little trees, black ice. Oh, we got leather here and more black ice. What else is in here? We've got a clock that doesn't work, he said, and I guess this might be a digital clock that doesn't seem to be turned on right now. Cup holder. Now my DeBot Shop coffee mug that sadly doesn't have coffee, has water in it right now, doesn't fit in there, so I gotta leave it up here on the dash for now. By the way, you might be hearing some cars going by in the background from time to time. Sorry about that. One other thing here, you've got a quote from the Bible here, from John 3:18. Let us not love with words or speech, but with actions and in truth. And at the bottom it says, thank you for sharing our special day, May 6th, 2021. So this was probably something given by a friend who had a wedding on that day. And it's common that Amish couples, young couples, will give out sort of commemorative little mementos like this to people who attended their wedding. Another example would be just like ballpoint pens with the couple's name and the date of the wedding on there. On the floor, there's actually, you wouldn't know this if you looked, but this lever right here, those are your brights. So you hit that and it's foot operated, and you turn those on, you've got brights. Okay, so buggies have brights. This is your brake. Whoa, okay. Now that was actually engaged. It had a parking brake engaged. Okay, I'm not going to re-engage. He showed me how to do it, but I think you push that down a couple times and click that parking brake down to engage the parking brake. But that's your regular kind of foot brake right there. Okay. This right here on the floor, this is the whip. If you're going uphill or something and you need a little bit of extra oomph, you can use that to encourage the horse. By the way, right here under the dash, you can see the where the reins come through these two holes. Okay, the window itself will flip up, and I don't want to break it, but it'll flip up actually, and you can open the front half of it, and then it latches on up here, and it'll like sit up there. Nah, I'm not going to do it because we don't need to be breaking his window. Some dumb English guy playing around in the buggy. I'm sure he doesn't need that today. What else is there? Here's your wiper. So there's a manual wiper there. The battery, battery is under here. The battery that powers all this is in a compartment under the floor mat, and you see you've got like a couple of like marine batteries that are hooked up to everything, powering the lights and so forth. So under this secret compartment. So don't tell anyone. What else can I show you in here? Let's see, more air fresheners, that's covered. And someone coming out of the house there from a visit. On the back here, you can see this is like a one-seater, one bench here, right? And you could have a second bench back here, like if you had a family and needed more space, but oh, I should show you this too. This actually connects with my next point. This is his current speaker. Okay, we've got here under the bench here. Guess it's a Bluetooth speaker. But he's getting a new one, he told me today actually, that he's going to put in like a shelf back here so he can have more bass. Get a big woofer back here, I guess. In the back, yeah, it just has some space here. Bag of M&Ms, that's important for long buggy rides, the 38 ounce. What else we got in here? Looks like some kind of parachute hammock. Okay, that works. And some other stuff. I won't poke around too much in there, but so you've got some space back here where you can store some things if you're traveling. So good for a young guy. So you can see kind of some of the wiring and how that's all hooked up in here in the interior. Step onto these guys. Hi guys. What else is there? This is the door. It's kind of a sliding door here, right? And these, now not all Amish buggies are going to have sliding doors. In other communities, they may have like a roll-up kind of flap. Some of them are just completely kind of open on the sides and on the front. Enjoyed that look inside an Amish buggy. I've ridden in these before when they're fairly full, so yeah, it does get kind of tight and cozy. I'm just one person in here, and you can see how much space I take up. Imagine if you're traveling with your family in one of these. I was at Amish church this morning, and one of the families that was leaving had, I think, 6 people in their buggy. So they had like 3 kids in the back, and there's like mom and dad here in the front bench, and another child probably sitting on mom's lap. So I hope you like that look inside an Amish buggy. Now, a couple final points to mention. Again, this is a young teenage guy's buggy, so it's not going to be the same as, say, an Amish family buggy. You're not going to see some of the same features necessarily. Buggies are also different in different communities. Some of them will definitely be plainer. New buggies in Lancaster County cost in the range of $10,000. They tend to be among the fancier buggies in terms of the features that you can get. There's a lot of different features you can get on a buggy. Buggies in other communities can be significantly less expensive, depending on what type of buggy, what they have, and so forth. Some Amish buggies are a lot plainer, like I mentioned. That some of them don't have the fronts, for example. They're just open in front. People also get attached to their buggies. I spoke with somebody at the church service I went to who had his buggy for 32 years. It was his first buggy when he was a teen. And, he was thinking of changing it, but you could tell it had a lot of sentimental value to him. If you're wondering about the horse, for a driving horse, you can expect to pay several $1,000s, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. You can definitely pay more than that. You can pay as much as, the buggy costs, or even more than that if you're getting into more expensive horses, based on the type of horse, the age, how well does it drive on the road, is it reliable, is it safe? That's going to affect the cost as well. In addition to the buggy itself, you're paying for the horse, and you're also paying for the horse's food and storage, for lack of a better word. You have to have a place to keep the horse, and maintenance on a horse as well, which is, taking care of its health. So when people look at the gas prices right now and they say, oh wow, well the Amish are really, they're geniuses because they don't pay for gas right now. Well, a horse and buggy is not necessarily that cheap. You have to feed a horse every day of the year. So thanks for watching. Hit the like button if you liked the video, and I will see you next time.